Hi guys, welcome back to the shack. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing a flip through today for hashtag flip through Friday. Gwen at Gwen the Trash Witch is the host of Flip Through Friday, and this is my doily book. It's my slow stitch doily book. So let's have a look inside. It's all made from doilies. It's all sewn together with one signature. And it's mostly doilies, but there's some napkins, fabric napkins and hankies and things like that in there as well. Okay, so we've got a doily attached to this doily on the front here, and I've added a few flowers. Otherwise, this is the original embroidery. Isn't it beautiful? That was on the doily, and I attached onto this one this little crochet doll. Okay, so let's go in. Okay, on the front cover here, I received this in Happy Mail. It was a beaded piece, and I added these two little flowers for tires because I thought, for wheels, because I thought it looked like a vintage caravan. So I've put that on there. Over here on this page, this is a fabric napkin. I've added this background fabric here. It's from Maria. Thanks, Maria. And this, I thought it looked like garden lattice. And so all the flowers, the bits of lace and fabric flowers and vine that I've added look like they're growing up the lattice. There's some kitty cats here, some butterflies. There's a fabric, some garden pots down here. And on the reverse of that, I've done just some collaging with lace and these motifs. Over on this one, this is from the op shop. It's an embroidery. It had this pattern on it, so I stitched over it. This doily here, I threaded some lace through the lace work of the doily. This ribbon here is gumnut babies. Okay, and on the reverse side of that, I tried to do the stitching as neat as I could, so that because you're going to be seeing it on both sides. Over here I also painted in with some watercolor paints and added more flowers and leaves and gumnut babies. Over on this doily, I threaded some feathers through the holes, some watercolor ribbons, flowers. This page here is hanky, and I've just added a cluster to it there. Over on this beautiful doily, I just added some crocheted flowers I'd done. Put some little happy face buttons in the middle of them. Oh, just for fun. This was a journal topper that I'd made that never got used, so I put that in there to kind of, this was a really floppy doily, so it helps that be a bit more of a page. And it's got a really old photo on that I've stitched around, some fabric and other bits and pieces. There's a pussycat button and a bit of a doily. There's another doily here that's attached to the back of this hanky that I did this embroidery, this slow stitching on, and bits and pieces. Some beaded trim down here, bits and pieces of threads, some little flower-headed people, girls that I've just given little sewn on bits of fabric for dresses and given them scrappy little arms and legs. Some random little bits of slow stitching in there. It's the other side of that lovely old doily. This is my mum's beautiful embroidery. I've just added this, I did the stitching around it Otherwise it's Mum's embroidery. She does beautiful neat work. I do the shabby work, she does the neat work. And I've actually stitched it on to her mother's, so my grandmother's placemat. And on the other side of that, yes, on the other side of that, I did a collage with just all bits of clusters. What are they? Suffolk puffs. What's the other word for them? Yo-yos. Different fabrics. And this piece here, which is the middle of the signature, you can see where I've stitched the signature in down here. This is a piece from the op shop, and it's got this glitter on it, a cane on it. So I've just added lace, just crunched up lace around. What do you call that? When you do it like that, ruffled the lace up, and added this fabric and this beaded motif here. Put a couple of lovely charms in the middle here. And on this side, got the ruffled lace again, some leaves and a beaded snail. And this is where I've put in on my grandmother's placemat this mandala that I stitched in. It's like colouring in with embroidery floss. And there's another one on the reverse side of my grandma's placemat is another one of my mum's embroideries. There's the other side of that doily that I've just put a little cluster on. And on this handkerchief, added these fish motifs, and this doily here, I thought it kind of looked like a sea urchin or something like that in the sea with the fish. And on the reverse side of that hanky, I just put this lace in and these threads. Over here on this doily, I've added this little puppy dog fabric and leaves and flowers. And on here, other side of this doily, just added a few more flowers. Isn't this pretty flowers on this doily? On the other side of that, this is my mum's crocheted piece here, and I've just added this flower motif. On this hanky, added this little purple piece of a doily, flower, some slow stitching, lace, bit of Maria's over at Whimsical Garden Art Studio on Instagram. This is some of Maria's dyed fabrics and laces. This was I was going to make it a journal cover and it never got to do that. So over this fluffy doily here, I just put it over this page. Made the doily, gave it more structure, you know, more like a page. So it's collaged fabric, it's all slow stitched in. So that's in there. This is the other side of the rest of that embroidery, and this is a pocket from husband's old shorts, and I've just put a tag in there. And this is a felt teapot pocket. This came in Happy Mail. It had a tea bag in there, really sweet. A little sewn card in there. It's the other side of that napkin. It's just got some kitty cat fabric on it. That's the proper side of it. On this napkin, done just a flag of this mermaid fabric. This was a snippet roll I'd done. That's a big piece of it. all sorts of things going on in there, little bits stitched on here and there, beads and flowers. Stitched some flowers, some rick-rack. This is a K motif I had, and some of Maria's lovely dyed fabric on this back of this last big doily, and there's the back of it. So that is my doily book. It's like a pillow now. And since we're talking about doilies, I'll just show you these other doilies I've got hanging over here. Looking for something else to do with some doilies. If you've got doilies that you really like and you don't want to alter them, you can just hang them over a stick. Get a stick out of the garden and hang them up. I've just layered them down, layered them over each other so that they waterfall down. This is a lovely heart from Janet Nash hanging in here. Thank you, Janet. But yeah, that's something else you can do with your doilies. Hang them on a stick and hang them on the wall. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Have fun with your crafts and take care. Bye.